Here was the script, which I thought was really, really good. And it was also happened to be the plum assignment, the prize assignment of the year at Columbia. Harry Cohn was famous as a very tyrannical man who ran the studio with an iron fist. Anyway, we had a talk. He gave me the script. I came back the next day and he said, what did you think? And I said, it's a very good script. And I won't mention the actor, but he mentioned an actor and he said, so-and-so is going to play the part. And I said, why? Which amazed him, because nobody asked him why. They said, yes, sir. So he said, well, he looks like a boxer and the girls like him and he hasn't worked for 10 weeks. He's under salary here. So that's what he's going to do. So I said, well, I don't think it's right. And that upset him. And he said, well, who do you want? And I said, Montgomery Clift. And he got very angry. He said it was stupid. Doesn't look like a soldier, doesn't know how to box, etc. I finally said, well, look, I think it's a great script. I think I could make a good movie if I had the right kind of actors, but it's your story. If you want this man, will get some other director. Thank you very much. And I left, and then he sent a script to Clift.
You know why you were assigned to G Company?
No, sir.
I pulled a few strings. I'm the regimental boxing coach, you know.
Yes, sir.
I saw your fight with Connors in the bowl year before last. You should have won it.
Thank you, sir.
Our regiment got beaten in the finals last December, but I mean to win this year. All I've needed is a top middleweight.
I'm sorry, sir. I quit fighting.
Quit fighting? When? What for?
Well, over a year ago. Maybe you heard about what happened with Dixie Wells?
You mean that fellow that got hurt?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I heard about that. It's too bad. I can understand how you feel, but those things happen.
That's why I decided I would quit, sir.
You might as well say stop war because one man got killed. Our fighting program is the best morale builder we have. I've got a mighty sour company bugler. How'd you like the job?
Not if it means fighting.
I always felt drawn to subject in which the leading character is some sort of an outsider. It doesn't quite belong, and sometimes doesn't want to belong, or sometimes is even against.
Strangling his own spit if he didn't have me around here to swab his throat out for him.
But the theme of the outsider is something that it works on me. Deborah Carr, who up to that point had played very distinguished, very cold ladies. And here she was, and I wanted her to play an nymphomaniac who was sleeping with every soldier on the post. And it was against her character as established on the screen, against her image, if you like to put it that way. Maybe also against her own character as a woman. But there was something in it which was important, that if the audience saw her and then heard the soldier saying, she sleeps with everybody at post, the audience would not believe it and would be curious. So that everything that developed from there, they would follow to see what would happen. Whereas if you take an obviously sexy star, people would accept it, but it wouldn't create any suspense.
Good morning, Sergeant.
Morning, ma'am.
I'm looking for my husband.
Captain Holmes just went into town, ma'am. On business.
Oh, he was to have left some things for me. Do you know anything about them?
No, I don't, ma'am. Anything I can do for you?
No, thanks.
I'd be glad to help, ma'am.
My husband's been telling me a lot about you, Sergeant. He says you're very efficient.
Yes, ma'am.
What is it that makes you so efficient, Sergeant?
I was born smart, ma'am.
I love that. Well, goodbye, Sergeant.
I never knew it could be like this. Nobody ever kissed me the way you do.
Nobody?
No, nobody.
Not even one? Out of all the men you've been kissed by?
Now that'd take some figuring. How many men do you think there've been?
I wouldn't know. Can't you give me a rough estimate?
Not without an adding machine. Do you have your adding machine with you?
I forgot to bring it.
Then I guess you won't find out, will you?
I'll bet you that's Pruitt.
All I can look at is what I'm trying to say is whether I arrive at telling the truth as I see it, you know? Or whether it's right or wrong, I don't know. If it's either true or it isn't true. If I can tell the truth as I see it, then I've accomplished what I'm after. And the beauty has to take care of itself.